Let's talk about the RF 50mm f1.8 STM lens from Canon. Friend, I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, and why I think you should pick this thing up today. In fact, I even put a link to Amazon down below in the description. If you have Prime, you could probably have it today. Now, I'm not condoning impulsive purchases or anything like that, but it's only 220 bucks. If you've got some extra cash lying around, do yourself a favor and just pick this thing up, especially if you're new to interchangeable lens cameras and you're looking to build out your arsenal of lenses. This fixed 1.8 aperture in a teeny tiny package at 220 bucks, you're not gonna be disappointed. So let's talk about it. There's only one switch on the side. Shouldn't take a whole lot of time to cover this tiny thing. It's a small lens. What you see here is what you get. It doesn't telescope like some of the others because it's not a variable focus length. It's 50mm. Now, when you stack that next to my RF 28 to 70, you see the size difference is quite noticeable. And then of course, if I open this up to 70mm, you see it's astronomical. It's pretty adorable when this thing is hooked to your camera. In fact, you almost need tweezers just to get the teeny tiny little lens cap off, which I think is hilarious. So going back to the one switch on the side, you either have focus or control. If you've ever used any other RF lens, you're probably used to having this control ring on the side. The RF 28 to 70 has that as well. And then the lens I'm using on my camera right now also has this control ring. So when you flip it to control, you can change the settings within your camera and tell your camera how it wants to read this. It could be manual focus. You could set it to other things. I typically leave mine on just focus. And what that's doing is telling my camera that I want it to be on focus mode or autofocus. It's pretty fast. I've not had any issues with it. At 220 bucks, I don't know how else you can get a wide open aperture of f-stop 1.8. In fact, I've talked about this on other videos. Canon's website does specify that the STM lenses still have the same image quality, equal image quality as the L series lenses, which I think is incredible because most of these lenses in the L series are coming in anywhere north of $2,000 or $3,000. So the fact that you're getting a 50mm lens at f-stop 1.8 with the image quality of a $3,000 lens at 220 bucks, I said it at the beginning, just go buy this lens. You're not gonna be upset about it. I do wanna give you a picture of what this looks like in real time. Now, what I'm shooting on here today is actually the kit lens that came with my Canon R8 camera. It's at 50mm in terms of focal length, but the aperture is set to f-stop 6.3. So this would be a good contrast from jumping from 6.3 all the way to 1.8. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this lens on so that you can see a direct difference. Let's try it out. All right, so here we are. I'm still at a 50mm focal length. The only thing that's changed at this point is my aperture, which is now rocking at 1.8, coming from f-stop 6.3 on my kit lens. I already love this way more than the kit lens, but one thing this lens is missing is image stabilization. I'm filming on a Canon R8, which unfortunately at this time does not have in-body image stabilization or IBIS. So having a lens with image stabilizer or stabilization built into it is handy, especially when doing some handheld things. Now, when your camera's sitting on a tripod like mine is today, no problem. This is not an issue whatsoever because there's no movement. I don't need anything to be stable. It's already stable. Gravity is doing that for me. But I do think that's worth mentioning. Now, at the $220 price point, can you really blame them for not putting image stabilization into this tiny package? Not really. I'm perfectly happy using this for what it is. And if I do need some additional stability, if I am on the go, I will just throw this on my Ronin gimbal, and that'll be a way that I stabilize my footage. Friend, I know I said this at the beginning, but if you seriously are looking to expand your arsenal of Canon RF lenses and you want a wider aperture at 220 bucks, you really can't go wrong with this 50mm STM lens. Sure, it is made out of plastic, but I kind of see that as a benefit because it's super lightweight. It's easy to throw in a bag. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. I love that it's a fixed focal length and a fixed aperture. You can do so much with this lens, both in videography and photography. So if you are considering it, I would just say, friend, just pull the trigger and get it today. I did, as I mentioned in the beginning, put an Amazon link down in the description just to make it super easy for you. If you want to read some more of the specs, you can read it there or even go to Canon's website and check it out there as well. I highly recommend this as a great starter lens at f-stop 1.8, 50mm focal length. at 220 bucks. You can't go wrong. Friend, if you want to learn more about the lenses needed or cameras needed, lights and microphones needed to build out some high quality content without breaking the bank, go to guidedproductions.com/studio gear guide. Download my free copy of the Film Studio Gear Guide. I will walk you through everything that you need. In fact, I've even built out different packages at different budget price points to help you identify the very things that you need to get up and running and produce high quality, professional looking content without spending the professional high dollar amount. Just go to guidedproductions.com/studio gear guide. Get your free copy of my Film Studio Gear Guide there today. Friend, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope this has been helpful. If you want to learn more about the RF 28 to 70 that I was showing you earlier in the video, just go ahead and click this link here and you'll be able to watch that video and learn more about that lens as well. If there are other lenses that you would like me to unpack, I'd be happy to do so and give my honest opinions. Until then, have an amazing day, make some incredible content, and I will see you on another video real soon.